Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into the Motus system to walk through a really important workflow, how exactly you go about filing a BMC-91.
Now, before we even get started, there's a quick prerequisite. You've got to make sure you're already registered as a supporting company. So just double check that you can actually log in and access your supporting company account before jumping into the process.
All right, Phase 1, initiating a new filing.
To kick off a financial responsibility filing, you'll want to head right up to the top menu. Just look for the Manage Filings dropdown, and from there, go ahead and select Create New Filing.
Next up, we need to find the specific regulated entity we're dealing with. It's super easy, really. Just punch in their USDOT number or their legal business name right into that central search field. Hit the little magnifying glass to run the search, take a quick second to verify the operating authorities are correct, and then hit Create New Filing.
Moving on to Step 2, reviewing entity information.
Take a good look at the Business Information module here. You really want to be absolutely sure you've selected the correct entity. We definitely don't want any mix-ups. Oh, and a great little pro tip, you can actually check their existing financial responsibility filings right from this drop-down menu. It's a fantastic way to quickly verify their current compliance and make sure you aren't accidentally submitting a redundant filing.
That brings us to Step 3, selecting our filing options. Over in the Filing Options box, you're going to pick the operating authority and the exact form you want to file. Now, notice how the forms dynamically populate? That's entirely based on the authority type you just selected and your specific filer capabilities. And this next part is absolutely crucial, so keep this in mind. You literally have to make a separate, dedicated filing for every single separate authority associated with that USDOT number.
And finally, Step 4, submitting and verifying. Okay, let's wrap this up. The policy effective date will automatically populate with today's date. But hey, if you need to backdate it or push it to a future date, you can totally change it. You'll also need to punch in a policy number here. Now, specifically for the BMC-91, you'll see the Coverage 2 box is actually locked. You can't edit it. That's because it automatically defaults to the minimum insurance requirement for the authority you selected earlier. Once that's all set, just read through the purpose and terms, give that little box a check mark to acknowledge you understand and agree to the whole shebang, and when you're ready, hit Submit.
Boom, you're done. You'll instantly be redirected right back to the Manage Filings page. Think of this page as your instant acceptance report. You can quickly verify your active status, double-check your coverage amounts, and confirm your effective dates, all in one convenient spot. You see, when we follow these compliance steps carefully, upholding those critical safety standards really becomes a breeze. So, what workflow are you going to tackle next? Thanks so much for joining me on today's Explainer.